Hello, everybody. Thank you again for tuning in to Heavenly Sent People. And as you guys know, I have a platform where I bring youth on that are doing whatever it is positive, whether it's scholarship or music, anything. So often our media projects our kids, specifically in North Lawndale, as terrible kids. And I, as well as other people, know that there's many diamonds in the rough. So again, my name is Cynthia. Thank you for tuning in. And without further ado, I have Miss Kimberly Dixon out here. Dixon, I'm sorry, Kimberly Dixon. I seen Kimberly Dixon, I believe, on one of the news channels, 759, I'm not sure which one. She's from the North Lawndale area, as I am, and she provides a avenue for youth to be able to express themselves in more so like a theatrical manner, if that's the proper choice of words. So I want to let Miss Dixon tell you guys what it is she do. Miss Dixon.
I'm a writer, director. I have a small production company, Three Daughters Productions, and I provide a platform for children to actually be a part of film production. So I provide that platform for the arts, and we've completed one feature film in 2017 called Red, an anti-gun violence story, awesome. Unfortunately. After her 10-year-old son is shot and killed, a struggling Chicago artist used her music and social media to help end gun violence. It was shot right in North Lawndale. So none of the children had any acting experience when we started. So working with the children in the community was just awesome. It was awesome. They were resilient. There's so much talent.
So is there an age that you grab the kids, or what's your target age range for
Not
kids?
Not really.
Okay.
I actually have a trailer if you want to look at it.
Where can we find that trailer?
YouTube.
So what
Yes.
do you type in?
Red, R-E-D-D, trailer.
Okay. Red trailer, R-E-D-D trailer on
Yeah.
YouTube. Okay.
I would say 5 years old, 5 and up.
That's awesome. So how do you go about finding these kids?
Well, I hold auditions. We were housed at Cinespace Studios, 2558 West 16th Street, the home of where they film Empire, Chicago PD, Chicago Med. Stage 18, Cinespace, which is, Stage 18 is the incubator for film and TV. So we would hold our auditions.
Wow.
And that was where we rehearsed and everything.
Interesting. So you did mention that you were looking for space. So I would say to those who want to be a part of what she has going on, she's, making a difference with the youth. We have so many people that are trying to grab hold of the youth, and then when it's time to reach out for organizations or support or help, it's almost like a deaf ear unless you talking about a monetary donation. So we can't preach that we need to help the kids, and then there's no one to, allow the allotted space to be able to house these kids. So with that being said, how many, you said you had a series coming up, correct?
Yes.
And can you tell us a little bit about that? The name of it, what it entail?
Sure. The series is called The First Lady. It's a church story. It's about the church. But the thing about First Lady, it's not about the mega church. It's about the small church in the community and its relationship with the surrounding community.
Okay.
So the church has been there for generations. So yeah, and I think that's something that's overlooked. The small churches and their relationship with the surrounding communities.
So wait, you're using kids to do a First Lady type movie?
Well, children and adults
are
part of my. I don't just work with children.
Got it. Okay.
I work with children and adults, but I make it. Whatever I write, I make sure the children are involved.
Oh, that's what's up. I like
that. Yeah. Right now, this Saturday, I'm actually auditioning for a children's choir and an adult choir. So, yeah.
I think I won't part in that choir.
Okay.
I promise you I won't part in
Well,
that.
come on. I mean, I grew up in North Lawndale.
Okay.
Born and bred. I am North Lawndale. I grew up during a time where, after the riots, we had nothing but...
Riot? What riot?
Yeah, the riots of the 60s, you probably don't know anything about that.
Right.
But after Dr. Martin Luther King was killed, there were riots. And they just tore the city down, burned it down.
Wow.
So we had nothing but vacant lots and abandoned buildings.
Wow.
We grew up, but of course we had each other.
Okay.
Hence, we bonded. We were with each other from sun up to sundown. So that's why we have 40, 50-year friendships.
Wow.
So we didn't have the technology. So we had one another. I grew up with some of the greatest artists, singers, dancers, comedians. And I was always a writer. And I always told myself, because I knew one day I was going to do, movies. I said I was going to use the talent within
So
the
you have
community.
experience in that, is what I'm hearing. Sounds like.
Well, I just wrote my first movie a year ago.
Okay.
But I've always been a writer. I would write scripts and just throw them in the shelf.
Wow.
And my production company, which is Three Daughters Productions, I have 3 daughters. So, it's kind of crazy because they're all 10 years apart. So I have millennials from different decades,
That's
which
interesting.
each one of them brings something different and unique
That's awesome.
to the table. And they remember all of my stories.
Wow. So let me ask you this. So I have an 11-year-old son, and so I realized that, there's many things that I want my son to take part in. However, at 12 years old, he's pretty much clueless to what it is he want to do. But I know that I have to pave the way and at least get him on the right track to, just start thinking of things. So with that being said, did your daughters want to be a part of your production? Are they interested in acting, or are you just like, hey, we got to do this?
Actually, my middle daughter starred in Red.
Oh, wow.
She was Red.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So,
Looking forward to seeing
acting with her, working with her was amazing. First of all, because I had never seen that side of her.
Wow.
And there's a part in the movie where it was very dramatic, and I broke down while we were shooting.
Aww.
And my DP looked at me. He's like, "You wrote that?" I said, "I know." But she's amazing. Like I said, I had never saw that side of her, and working with her was amazing. She's in New York currently, doing some other things. Yeah, but we all share different visions because we're all from different eras, if you will, and they're amazing. Like I said, each one brings something totally different and unique to the table, and we put it together and we talk about it. They definitely support my vision
That's
and what I
awesome.
do,
That's awesome.
and they know each and every one of my stories.
That's awesome.
And
Firsthand.
yes, and they'll say, "Mom, you should do that one.
Wow.
It's time to do that one." So, Red was actually a story that was just written 2 years ago, because when I decided to do it, she said, "Mom, you need to do something for now."
Wow.
And we said, "What's happening right now?" And unfortunately, it was gun violence. So.
And that's
we
amazing to
did.
hear that you got your daughter encouraging you to follow in your dream, because I think earlier you said you pretty much put it on the shelf, and so
Yeah.
often we let our dreams sit on the shelf. And,
Yeah.
it's great to have that support system, being your daughters, to say, "Mom, okay, now it's time to,
Yeah.
get the pen rolling. It's time
Yeah.
to get lights, camera, action." So
Yeah. They love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So if someone wanted to be a part of what you have going on, do you have like a Facebook page or a website?
I have a Facebook.
Okay, can you let the viewers know your
Numeric 3, Daughters with an S, Productions with an S, comma, LLC. Or you can just look me up, Kimberly Dixon, on Facebook.
And tell us again that YouTube trailer that you mentioned.
REDD, REDD, trailer.
So you mentioned church. So what, First Lady, so what prompted you or motivated you, or how did you go about with the church thing? And I'm laughing because I was once in the church, still am, but I was at a small church, and so when you said First Lady, I kind of chuckled because I've seen so many different situations of First Ladies, and so when you said that, I was like, oh, okay, wow, interesting.
Well, this series, this story has no bearing on anyone.
Okay.
Let me just put that out there.
That's good. Disclaimer, y'all heard that?
Anyone. The story is just strictly, from my heart, It's not just about one First Lady, let me say that.
Okay.
So, it's about, again, the small church within a community and its relationship with the community. So, it's about, first of all, I think that the First Lady is underrated, number one.
I totally agree.
We're going to get a chance to see exactly what she goes through and the weight that she carries on her shoulders. Because people think that it's all about the pastor.
They do. They
No.
absolutely do.
No. And I believe in the cliche behind every successful man, there's a woman. So she carries a lot of weight on her shoulders. So we're going to see firsthand about how she deals with it. How she deals with her husband, her family, and the church. And
That's a lot.
It is. It is. And she and let me say this: the main First Lady, she's awesome. She's the epitome of the First Lady.
Wow.
She's poised. She's giving. She's kind, but she's not a punk, if you will. So she has her own family, the church, and we have fun with it. I mean,
that's awesome.
And I write what's real. I write what has happened or what is currently happening. Because everybody in North London know about that government cheese.
Absolutely so.
Don't try to play like you don't, because yes, you do. So.
She said government cheese.
Yes. Let me and I remember those days. So, and that kind of helped me with my story. Wow. Because we were close. The church was there. So it's a dramedy. And we have fun. It's not, it's not one of those holier than thou series. And no, you're going to see the church.
Wow.
For what it really truly is. Because, sometimes there's that stigma with young people when they think, oh, you have to be perfect to go to church. Oh, no.
At all. Because you got people in the church that...
Oh, you're going to see some church folk.
That's just
yes.
in the church. Just
you're going to see some church folk and First Lady, yes.
So when does this start? I'm excited to...
Well, we are currently filming.
Okay.
So I want to say by May.
Okay.
We should be ready to roll it out.
Wow.
It's going to be a mini-series. We are having so much fun doing this. And I will be auditioning as I go because it's a series.
Oh.
So we're having a lot of fun. We are. And you don't have to have any acting experience or anything like that. Just bring your A game.
And you know what? Contrary to what people believe, I am extremely shy. And sometimes even, sitting in front of the camera or the places I go, I'm pretty much introverted. However, it's certain things that I enjoy doing that will bring out the liveliness of me. And so yeah, I'm excited about
But the arts, that's what the arts does for you. I mean, I had a little girl that I worked with on Red. And when her mom dropped her off,
okay,
she would come in and I would speak to her and she wouldn't even look at me. She wouldn't speak or anything.
That'd be me.
But when I said action,
exactly,
she was all over the place. I said, oh. But that showed me that was her outlet.
Indeed. And see, that's what I was going to say.
And
sometimes you got to take these kids out of their comfort zone and expose them to different things, and then you'll begin to see the true ability of a kid. So, for instance, in Lundale, which is a poverty-stricken area, there are no resources. Funds are limited. There's pretty much nothing for the kids to do other than what they see on TV or what they see on the street. So, typically, a kid would generally go and do what they see. So not until you take them outside of that and show them that there's other things,
and provide that outlet,
exactly,
and that, and give them that, that foundation, that structure, because it's some gifted children in North London. I worked with one little boy. He had the whole script memorized.
Really?
When I tell you the whole script, he would tell me during rehearsals, I can be working with the adults. Miss Dixon, that's not right.
Wow.
I said, it's not.
Wow.
And he had a scene. He was so gifted. This child, I worked with a couple of gifted children. This child was so gifted. He dominated the camera.
Wow.
I mean, his presence, you could feel it. And the young lady who played his mom, he made her act. I mean, and if she wasn't doing it right, he would walk away. And she would say, well, what did I do? What did I do? He would come back and he would coach her. I mean, this child.
Wow. Now, is he still working with you?
Well, he didn't come back for this particular series. Not to say he won't be back in another one.
Gotcha.
But then I had another one.
Wow.
He's gifted. He directed one of his own scenes. And I give them that leeway.
That's awesome.
If you want to direct anything,
I love it.
The children tell me that they want to do, I help them develop it.
That's awesome.
And
so it's hands-on too. So it's acting and everything, and it's hands-on.
If it's something that I feel that
that's awesome,
we can work on and they can develop, yes, I give them that opportunity.
That's awesome.
And he's so outspoken. Oh my! I don't think I should say that. I said, well, what you want to say? And he told me. I said, okay, that's fine with me.
Wow.
He is and he knew the whole script as well. And those two, and I'm just going to say their initials. I'm not going to say their names. But it's so ironic because one is TJ and one is DJ.
Wow.
And those two right there ran the set. So,
And here I am. I have trouble remembering my PIN card to my credit card.
But it's okay because the arts, that's where you express yourself.
Indeed.
And when we had a premiere of the movie last year in April.
Okay.
When those children saw themselves on that screen, was priceless.
I can imagine.
It was priceless.
I'm waiting on my birthday.
I mean, anybody who want to do something. And I have interns from Columbia College and DePaul University.
Oh, wow.
Come out. And when I say those interns, when I say they know their stuff, that I've learned from them. While they're learning from me, we learn together, but they come out ready.
Wow. So wait, you got all the cameras, the lights, you got all the bells and whistles?
No, well, I actually rent those from CineSpace because CineSpace is a production company.
Okay.
So everything that you need to make a movie is on CineSpace's lot.
Wow.
And
that's open to the public?
No.
Okay, I didn't
it's
think
not.
so. Okay. Well,
but anybody can rent anything who's making film.
Gotcha.
If you come in and
with the proper stuff.
Exactly.
Okay, gotcha.
But the owner of CineSpace, Alex Specios, he makes sure that I get what I need.
Look at God.
And I'm so grateful to Alex because I consider myself to be an underdog. But that's not how he treats me.
Wow.
He treats me like I'm Empire.
And he should.
Exactly.
I read a post where it says that you should treat the CEO. You should treat the janitor as if he was the CEO.
And Alex treats everyone.
Tables can turn at any moment.
He treats everyone the same.
You have to be mindful how you treat people.
Yes.
The same way you go up, you can come down.
Absolutely. And anything I need,
wow.
and I can email Alex. I email Alex. I need lights. Alex, I get it. So I'm grateful to Alex. And he gives back so much. He's such a great guy. So, that's how we, just so happened my intern had his own camera.
Okay.
So he's awesome. When I say awesome, he was my DP, my director of photography. He was so awesome. He shot Red like I had $1 million budget.
Good. I'm happy to hear that.
So when people see Red, they be like, how did you do that? So we were definitely blessed. And going forward, even so with First Lady, like, I still have my interns. They're coming back. And we're getting ready to do this thing. And I have another feature that I will be auditioning for in beginning of March. So we have some stuff going. You may see, this year in North Londale, you're gonna see us shooting everywhere, all over North Londale.
I love it.
So yeah.
So let me ask you this: I've never been on the film. How does the audition look? What does that look like?
Well, you have to get up there and do what I asked you to do.
So you give me a paper, and I have to get up there.
I might give you a paper, or I might say, Cynthia, I might ask you to give me a monologue.
What's a monologue?
A monologue is something that you make up. So, say for example, you're angry runaway. Okay? You ran away from home because you were being abused. Okay? So your mom comes to take you home. And you tell your mom how you feel about her and her boyfriend.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's a monologue.
Okay.
And when I say some of these children have some monologues that'll have you crying.
I can imagine. Oh, I can definitely imagine, because you'd be surprised at what's going on right under your nose in these kids' houses.
Yes.
So yeah.
And this is their outlet.
So are you the only? So do you have a team, or is it just you?
I have a team.
Okay.
I'm the writer director.
Okay.
Right now I'm in the process of building a more, how you said, permanent team. Red was trial and error. So now we're going to do it. So yeah, I'm getting ready to put PAs in, personal assistants, associate directors, cinematographers, sound engineers.
Wow.
I'm getting ready to put everything in place, and also build my cast. I have my main characters.
Okay.
Mind you, some of them have acted, some have not. So having acting experience is not required.
Because I'm getting a little nervous when you said. So you said you are about to take in people for the choir scene, right?
Yes.
So for the choir scene, so you mean to tell me if I come in and interview for a choir scene,
You got to
give me a
sing.
monologue?
You got to
So
sing.
I gotta
You got to sing. Yes.
Can I be the choir? What about the choir director?
Can you direct though?
I mean, I think so.
You can't just play. Let me tell you. I learned my lesson. Let me tell you what I did.
I'm trying to.
I had this guy be the choir director.
Okay.
He had no experience at directing the choir, but I had a real choir. So they said, Miss Dixon, what is he doing? Because we can't follow him. I said, he don't know how to direct the choir. They said, what?
So you got me.
I said, don't pay any attention to him. So their choir director was actually playing the organ. He said, just follow me. I said, thank you.
So wait a minute, no, because in the choir everybody can't sing. You can't do that. You can't
No,
do
but that's why I had a real choir.
No, but I'm saying now you said so everybody in the choir that you're about to film for now they gotta know how to sing.
They have to.
In the church, everybody, all them choir people don't know how to sing.
Yeah, but you know,
Just give me a scene on the motherboard, dear.
you're too young. You could be an usher.
Okay, let me be at the door. Put me at the door.
You could be an usher because you know what? Those ushers now, I'm talking about in First Lady, those ushers something else. So get ready.
Okay, well, let me do an usher scene.
Okay.
So, yeah, because you talking about singing, I can't sing.
Be an
so
usher.
I want to thank you, Miss Dixon, for coming out,
Oh,
taking
sure.
time out your busy schedule in such a short notice. I look forward to working with you, and I'll be call
Same
me
here.
about that usher position. Thank you guys for tuning in, and anybody you want to shout out, say thank you to.
Again, shout out to my cast. Shout out to my girls. Shout out to the parents who was supporting me and still are. Let's do this. Shout out to Real Shy.
I'd like to thank CAN-TV for giving me this opportunity, for my support system, for my good friend, and thank you guys for tuning in, watching us every Tuesday at 6:30. Until then, we'll see you guys next week.